We have our crime. Everybody has their crime. But I read an article in the Tribune that says that it's more of a perception of crime than a reality of crime in Rogers Park. And I think the reason for that is because of the density of the area. There is crime, but because there's so many people living in the area, per person, it's actually not very much crime. But because there's so many people living here, people think, oh my God, somebody got murdered on Lund Street. Oh my, we all have to leave.
Once a long way away from here.
Well, not so far, not so close,
Around the corner, Ben, on my way over here, I saw what appeared to be half a dozen guys hanging out with cars stopping every so often and things passing between the guys and the cars.
Well, those things used to happen a lot more around here. The police department, I have to say, has. I'll tell you how I knew the neighborhood had changed. And I've been here since. Well, I've lived in Rogers Park my whole life, but my first building I bought in '92 is a 6 lot down the street here, and when I used to come by to manage the building there, I'd sweep up after New Year's and I'd find various bullets that had been shot off on New Year's, and I'd be sweeping them up.
Oh, they do that everywhere. Do that everywhere. That happens in the Gold Coast too.
But they don't do it here anymore. I haven't swept up bullets in 10 years, so I'm feeling good about that. But
price of ammunition? What do you think?
No. The real change came when the policemen started coming on bicycles. I can't really explain to you why, but when the bicycle guys showed up, it all just sort of changed. I'm not sure I can explain it. All I can tell you is the truth of it, which is the guys on the bicycles showed up, and then it all just sort of different.
They see a lot more closer to the people than the guys in the cars. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what did it, but I account that to a lot of the change. So that's what happened. Anyway, we've had no problems here, and we're happy about it.
As a lifelong Rogers Parker, you're obviously heavily invested in this neighborhood now.
It's all I invest in. All our construction is in Rogers Park, and we just basically go from building to building. We have a formula. We pay so much for the building, so much to construction, so much for the person. It's
why do people want to buy from you with all the new construction around here and the renovation? What sets your company apart?
I don't know if it goes person by person and developer by developer. You can cut corners and nobody would find out for years. The guy down across the street here, he's got a electric issue. The guy down the street here was a fella that had a I left the country issue. Nobody wants to get into that. What you want to get into, especially if you're going to buy a building that's still under construction, is you want to buy a building that the developer has enough financing, is reputable, it's a true gut rehab, it's really truly from the bricks right back out. You want no problems in your life. And we've had no problems in our life here. No major problem, no major thing has happened, no major thing has gone oops in the night. Nobody's taken off. I can go to the restaurant and I don't have to worry about somebody coming in and saying, oh, there's that bastard, Ben Myers, who sold me that piece of junk building. Doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. My buildings, your kids' kids are going to live here and have a happy time. It'll be okay. And that's just something we know. It's not in the bullshit 1-year warranty. It's in the floor. Here, I'll show you the floor real quick. See, this is the floor. Just look at the floor. This is a marble floor in the kitchen. It's real marble, tumbled marble, coated and sealed right. And then this floor here.
That's a term I haven't heard before. What is tumbled marble?
Well, it's not too brushed and it's not too polished. Okay. And the reason for that is you don't want it to be too slippery because you don't want to fall and crack your head open when you spill a little water on the floor. We watch out for things like that. And the floor here, while it looks like just any other floor, this is actually a solid oak floor. Comes out of Wisconsin. I distribute this floor, and it's a premium oak quality. It's the highest grade of oak you can buy. It's the best grade of oak you can buy, and this is what we put in. We put this in all the time.
It's not the pre-finished.
It ain't nothing. You can sand this 2 times, and this is good for about 80 years. This floor is good for 80 years. Don't worry about the 1-year warranty.
I'm not
80-year
good for,
floor.
I'm not good for 80 years.
No, let me show you one other thing. Because this window is here, and you notice that we have our little stained glass touches and stuff, but this is burglar resistant stained glass.
Prairie style window.
Yep. My wife Amy, she's the designer and she picked this out. But this window here, while it doesn't look like anything, it's actually kind of an important thing. Because you're on the porch here, and you can see, there's always the danger somebody's gonna break in. So what we did with this is we put laminated glass in this window. So this window, you can see it's supposed to be a half window, it'd be here, and it's a 1/3 window. And the reason for that is because we put in glass and then plastic and then glass and then another set plastic, glass, plastic, and glass, and make a big package out of it, and that makes the window burglar resistant. They don't give you
They have to
burglar
work real hard to break it. In other words.
you can take a sledgehammer to this thing for an hour and it still won't let you in, and that's what we're looking for. We pay
Now, I had
about
guys who had bulletproof windows, and somebody, the drug dealers over
Wow.
on Division Street,
There.
figured out that if you shot them at the right angle,
sure.
they'd break.
There's always a way. There's always a way. But we try to slow them down and limit it a little bit. If a single lady happens to buy this house, she doesn't have to worry so much about her window. Anyway, that's
a lot
why
more
it's a
attractive
third.
than burglar bars, too.
Because of the weight. Oh yeah, but it's because of the weight we have to make it 1/3. And then as you go through the building, you'll find all kinds of safety features like that.